This video is to help you get started in installing the program, the Horseless Carriage Club of America's Gazette Database Index. This is for the Windows version. The first thing you'll need to do is download the program, and you can get that from the Horseless Carriage Club of America website, hcca.org, and it'll be listed here under the Members Only section. Once you've downloaded the file you've downloaded will appear in your Downloads folder, and if you're using a browser like this one, Chrome, you'll see it listed right there at the bottom. Other browsers list it in different places or just show it in your Downloads folder. So you'll need to open up your Downloads folder or find the file that you just downloaded. It'll be in the same place as every other file that you download when you do that with your browser. In this case, here it is down at the bottom. It's called HCCA Gazette DB.exe. That's for Windows. If I click on this arrow here, then I can just use that option there, open, to run the file. Or I could say show in the folder and find it in my downloads folder. Either way is the same. So I'll click on open, and now I get a message from Windows, and it's just Windows doing its job to let you know that you've downloaded a file that it can't identify. It's not from Microsoft or one of the big name developers, so it's letting you know that there's something here it can't identify. If you click on more info, it says there it is. It's the HCCA Gazette DB from an unknown publisher. That's us, the HCCA. And you have an option to don't run it or run it. In this case, it's safe to run it because you know where it came from and you know what it is and you asked for it. So you click here on Run Anyway and to continue the install. Next, it comes up with another warning. It says User Account Control for the HCCA Gazette DB. And this is just to make sure that you want this application to install the program on your computer, to give it permission to do that. So you click on Yes, and it goes on from there. And here's the install program. Click on Next. This tells you where it's going to be installed on your computer. It's in the Users folder because it needs to be in a folder that you have access to for changing files. And if it gets put away in some of the program folders, then the program won't run properly. So this is the best place for it on your computer. Just click on Next. And then click on, it might ask you if you want to create that directory. You say, yes, I do. And then you click on Start, and it will go through the process of installing all the files. There are quite a number of them there. It includes images for the cover and title page of each Gazette for the last 85 years, as well as a number of program files and the database itself. But when it's all done, you'll have a couple of options, and one will be to read this file, which is called Read This First. And that's just a short set of instructions that will help you get started, so you'll know what to do and a little bit of what to expect. So this should be done shortly. There it is. If I click this button here, Read This First, then it brings that up into a text editor that's on your computer already, and you'll see this gives you some important notes about the database and how to get started and how to do some searching to find the information you're looking for. So it's a good idea to read this file and maybe even print it out if you need to keep it handy. Once you've read that, you can close it up, and then you're ready to exit the install program. If this box here is checked, then the program, the Gazette database, will launch right away, and you'll be faced with it and be able to see what it's like. If you don't want to see it right away, you can just turn that off and exit the program. But I'm going to leave it on, and I'll click on Exit, and now it's loading up the program so that I can take a look at it. And there it is right there. And this is what the Gazette database looks like. There's information about all of the images or the photos that appear over every issue of the Gazette. And there's also information about each article. And you can search through that to find what you want and use this to get to an online version of the magazine to read the articles right there on your computer. The place you should start, though, is up here on the Help button. Because if you click on Help, then you'll get a list of 5 videos that are there that will help you to be able to use the program better. So you can watch these videos anytime you want. The time of the video is listed there as well, and a little bit of a description of what the video will tell you. And once you've watched that, then you'll have a better idea of how to use the database. So this is the place to get started by watching that video. I'm going to click on Back, and that takes me back here to where the database is. So that's about it for getting the program installed. Once you've installed it, there will be an icon on your desktop that is hidden right now. I'll just move that over. There it is right there. I move this out of the way. Oops. This icon here will be on your desktop. And anytime you want to get to the database, all you do is double click this icon and it will call it up and you'll be able to work from it there. So once it's installed, it's real easy to get to and real easy to use. And that's about it for installing for on the Windows computer. Good luck with it. Hope you find lots of interesting information in your gazettes from years gone by.